It says that Vince was hesitant to let the DX members perform the crotch chop at first, but was later talked into it.
Vince was hesitant about almost everything we were doing at first. There's a period of time in the very beginning of this where every week when we would come back, he would ream us. And like, you guys are gonna get us thrown off the air. I mean, and Shawn was the guy that, because Shawn was so talented, he could get away with things that to this day I still can't believe that he would do with Vince. But Vince is almost like Vince saw himself as a dad to Shawn and thought, like, I can't throw this kid out because he'll self-destruct, so I have to keep him with me to teach him how to be something more. So he would put up with these things to try to mold him into being something better.
Okay.
I was the guy that was just next to him going, geez, I hope we don't get fired, right? When Vince is mad, his eyes change. And I can remember being in the ring and him, this is when we were unscripted, very unscripted. And I remember them saying, and then, you know, Shawn will cut a promo, you're gonna cut a promo, you can do it directly to Vince and the whole thing. And I'm like, how far can I go? And he was like, go where you think you can. That's what he told me backstage.
Wow.
And I remember cutting the promo and being in his face. And when we walked backstage, he was pissed. But when I went to him and I said, was that okay? And he was like, yeah, that was fine. And walked away from me and I was like, right. But every week we were getting it. There's a flip point on that, and it's kind of a cool story where USA was now starting to send letters that we were going to get thrown off the air.
Sure.
USA then sent a letter to us that said, here is a very distinct, from 8 or whatever the hours we were on the air, from 8 to 9 or whatever it was, D-Generation X, this group, they can't say these words, they can't do this, they can't do that. From 9 to 10, we're okay with them doing this, but they still can't say that and do this. And when we got to TV that day, Vince was like, you guys happy? No, look at that. You're gonna get it taken off the air and the whole thing. But things were starting to click. And we had both noticed that Vince was starting to get less vocal about screaming at us when we came back, right?
Okay.
It was rather than a 10-minute promo, it was a 5-minute promo. And so he was like, what do you guys want to do about this, right? We got to straighten this stuff out, guys. And we were like, let's use it. And that's when we did it's the Bill Clinton promo in front of the podium where we say every horrible thing. I mean, we basically verbatim, some of it read off the sheet of paper that they had sent us and beeped it out and did this whole big thing and it started the show. Like Vince thought it was funny and was like, yeah, we'll see what happens. Worst it can happen. They hate it and we're headed down that road anyways. And we did it. And shortly thereafter, we got a letter that said bravo on using the letter for something entertaining, and the numbers are going up.
Yeah.
Congrats. And that was like somebody came in and clicked the handcuffs on us, and DX was free to go do what we were doing. And then it started to become encouraged. And then they wanted to try to script us. And I remember Shawn crumpling up a piece of paper, throwing it and bouncing it off Vince's forehead and saying, you didn't write it before, you ain't writing it now, and walking out of the room. And I was like, so I'm just gonna go with him. But it was tense, but it was good.
Wow.